Hi, my name's Rich. Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to share some music that we put together for you. Rabbi Terlinchamp is going to share some words and hope it brings some peacefulness to your week. Thanks.
This week, my grandfather would have been 105 years old. He's a man whose life could be described through suffering. In the concentration camps, in his escape, in his many, many losses. Yet miraculously, he only lived as if his life were just a series of blessings. And I remember asking him once, how can you still believe in anything after all that you've been through? And he said that living a life of faith, of gratitude, was a choice that he had made. And at that time, I thought of that choice like any other vow in our lives, said once and then true forevermore. But now I realize that I had that part all wrong. A choice of light is not said once. It is said like every other vow in our lives, every day, every hour, every breath, a choice. A choice made thousands of times over to say that this moment right now, I choose for it not to be defined by the hardship. It can be defined by the blessing.
Walking, you better look just right, 'cause it's a dangerous world if your color ain't light. You lost a friend and a brother, another star that won't shine. His only crime was being any place at almost any time. Are you gonna stand straight? Are you gonna lie down? Keep your eyes wide open, stare at the ground. You're gonna open up your ears, or shout the trumpets down. Are you gonna stand when the roll is called, or are you gonna bow down? I'm scratching this in stone, I'm making my mark, like a stiffening scar, or a matchstick in the dark. I'm lighting a fire in the middle of town. Are you gonna stand when the roll is called, or are you gonna bow down? Are you gonna stand straight? Are you gonna lie down? Keep your eyes wide open or stare at the ground. You're gonna open up your ears, shout the trumpets down. Are you gonna stand when the roll is called, or are you gonna bow down? Stand straight. Are you gonna lie down? Keep your eyes wide open or stare at the ground. You're gonna open up your ears or shout the trumpets down. Are you gonna stand when the roll is called, or are you gonna bow down? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bear witness. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I've been thinking a lot about the difference between alone and loneliness. And it started with a conversation with my 6-year-old who was worrying about these feelings. And she said, I know what it's like to be alone. I started alone. I was alone first when you were pregnant with me, when I was inside of you. And I thought a lot, it stuck with me. I thought a lot about this, that of course the baby imagines itself alone and has no sense that they are part of this bigger body who is worrying against every single need of this tiny life, about her fluttering kicks, about her food, about her well-being. Every single moment is consumed with caring for this living being. And we like to think that we enter this world alone and then it's all up to us. We're so American independent in that way, but we start connected as a fusion between egg and sperm, connected in this stream of nutrients. And then we're released, and that stream doesn't stop. And sure, we can't protect ourselves from experiencing what it's like in the world, that stream may be less visible and certainly less physical. And we start to imagine that we do feel alone, that perhaps we crave the sound of noises from the other room, of snoring, of the clatter of dishes out of the dishwasher, of a whimper of a dog. That it can feel like we're rattling alone in a house. But I think that feeling is important to recognize as a feeling of loneliness, which is a painful, devastating, sometimes tragic experience. But it's a symptom. It's not the whole picture. And I like to think about that in relationship to God or institutional religion as a whole. That I imagine that feeling of aloneness versus loneliness shows up around faith a lot. Whether that's a current feeling for you, a past feeling, or maybe something in the future. We're quick to feel abandoned. We're quick to imagine that we're in this container taking care of only ourselves. And we might say, I don't believe in God anymore. I don't need this thing. I don't need this religion or this community. I am alone. I am separate. I can do this all by myself. I'm fine. I celebrate my aloneness. We do that, and we do that a lot. Whether in micro scales or in macro ways, we'd say, I don't need this and I can leave. I don't have to show up next to this. And I'd like us to think, if we're in that space, to think of that moment as loneliness and not aloneness, that we actually are never truly separate. We are never really disconnected. And that when we have those moments and identify that loneliness as a symptom, we can pull ourselves back to that moment in the womb, that we are in our mother, who is worrying after us, who is caring for our needs, who is watching out for us, who is doing her best. And just like any mother, no amount of love spares us from the reality of living in this world. That's true too. And when you are in that space, perhaps you can think of that umbilical cord. And for me, the way I think about it is the moment I feel great compassion for people I will never meet, for children who are impoverished, for war-torn countries, that moment of great pain when I'm watching the news, or that feeling you feel like crying and you don't know, this is not my pain, this is the world's pain, and it's just on your shoulders. That's a lonely feeling, but it's a very connected feeling. And you might say, oh God, this is too big. This is too big to worry about people in distant lands. It's too big to worry about people in my own city. It's too big to worry about my own self. It's too big. It's too much. All I can do is write a check for tzedakah, for charity. All I can do is bring a meal to a neighbor down the street. All I can do is make a compassionate phone call. Well, you know what? All you can do, those little things, those are the nutrients that flow right back to the master of mystery, flow right back to the mother, in and out. That once we are out in this world, we are part of this cycle, the cycle of energy. And sure, Sure, we're going to feel lonely. And I am sorry for every moment of deep loneliness, for every fear, for every pain, for every time that the floor has dropped down underneath you and it felt like aloneness. I'm sorry for that. And I hope that in those moments, maybe retroactively or maybe in the future, we can think of them as that loneliness is just part of living in this realistic world. Loneliness is part of understanding that we're responsible for parts of this world. But aloneness is totally a choice. And at least in this faith, with this rabbi, with this community, I sincerely believe that none of us are truly alone. Shabbat Shalom. Psalm 23, a psalm of comfort in these difficult times. Mizmor leDavid, Adonai ro'i lo echzar binot deshet yar b'tzaini, almei minuchot yan halei nafshi yoshvev yan chedi, b'maglet tzedek leman shemo. Gam, ki alech b'tzetzal mavet lo ira ra ki ata imadi, shiftecha umishantecha, Hemani arachamuni ta'aroch lefanai shocha neged sa'arai di shanta v'Hashemen roshi kosi rayai. Ach, tov v'chesed yerdefuni kol yemei chayai. V'shavti b'veit Adonai la'orech yamim. Adonai, my shepherd, I lack for nothing. In meadows thick with grass you lay me down. Across streams serene you guide me. My life you restore, leading me serenely in well-worn paths of justice to glorify your name. And even when I walk in a valley dark as death's shadow, I shall fear no ferocity, ki ata imadi, for you are with me. Your staff, your walking stick, they reassure me. And you set a table before me along with my enemies. But you rain rich oils around my head, and my cup, it's overflowing. For certain, goodness and the love of your covenant will run after me all the days of my life, and I shall abide in God's house for long days. Long, long days. In our community, we commemorate the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the passing of Harry Fierman, Boris Koppen, Martin Gould, Saul Asness, David Kouris, Benjamin Glassman, Sylvia Weinberg, Jerry Sugarman, Ann Bush, Marvin Miller, Dr. Leo Solomon, Robert Friedman, Alice Garfunkel, Raphael Shapira, Anna Levy, Kenneth Spector. We hold their names and their memories together, acknowledging that their memories are forever a blessing.
There's a sliver of moon climbing over the hill. The night's too big to swallow, it's too tough to kill. You're too footsore to run, and you're too worn to fight. So you close your eyes and wait for the light. You sat in the garden with your back to the wall, afraid to sit pretty, afraid to stand tall. You ate of the fruit, still you don't know what's right. So you close your eyes and wait for the light. Wait for the light, wait for the light, like a babe in the cradle with the shutters drawn tight. When the oil in your lamp won't last the night, you just close your eyes and wait for the light. In a fallow field waiting till spring is in sight, or you sang and you sing and you break in the night. 'Cause your heart is a sparrow that's too tired to take flight. So you close your eyes and wait for the light. Wait for the light, wait for the light. Close your eyes and wait for the light. Through the smoke of the battle, when there's no land in sight, you just close your eyes and wait for the light. Wait for the light, wait for the light. Close your eyes and wait for the light. When you hear the chain creaking and the collar seems tight, you just close your eyes and wait for the light.
Hope is not the same as optimism. Yet there's something about the smell of spring, a thawed pond, the twitter of nesting birds, the hint of a daffodil sprout that changes you, saying, "Don't worry, dear, all things change." Like a small spark that ignites in you the notion that possibility exists still, and that most of the world isn't dark or light, it's twilight.
May every stumble become a dance. every struggle become a new romance. If every obstacle's your teacher in a stained and tattered robe, then every burning bridge a candle to light your way home. Hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love. Hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love. May every stutter become a new haiku. May every sorrow become a holy blues. And when your road begins to narrow and the serpent nips your heels, raise your voice in holy laughter like a scepter forged in steel. Hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love. Hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love. I hope you create more than you destroy, despise much less than you enjoy. Light your cigar at the altar fire. May you never get all that you desire. May your borders be unguarded when the winds of change collide. On your lips a word of welcome for the travelers outside. Every sinner has a future. The best queens reject the crown. Sometimes you can't see the moon till the barns burn down. Hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love. Hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love. Hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love. Hope you radiate mercy,